Ricky Gervais has been one of the most successful performers of the last few decades, and one of the most important. He's consistently stood up to the woke tyranny that continually seeks to bully and silence the majority of the population. And for that we are grateful. He ranks, in my estimation, alongside South Park and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, as a voice that offers sanity and defiance in an increasingly deranged world. And for that, he has my respect. And I admit to being something of a fan too. His monologues at a series of award shows have brilliantly punctured the self-righteous pomposity of the Hollywood elite. And if ever people needed taking down a peg or two, it's the super rich, super woke, super smug denizens of Los Angeles. His performance at the Golden Globes was particularly memorable and brilliant. He informed the crowd what millions of us have wanted to tell them for years. We're not interested in your opinions. We don't want you lecturing us. We don't care what you think. Stick to what you do well and get over yourselves. Ricky told this crowd, in no uncertain terms, that they do not live in the real world and have no idea what they're talking about. And we applauded him for it. But just days later, he was guilty of exactly the same sin himself. Ricky posted a tweet which read, "Please stop saying you can't joke about anything anymore. You can. You can joke about whatever the feck you like. And some people won't like it. And they'll tell you they don't like it. And then it's up to you whether you give a feck or not. And so on. It's a good system." Except Ricky Gervais doesn't live in the real world. And Ricky Gervais doesn't know what he's talking about. Because he's effectively self-employed. And he's spectacularly successful. And he's a multi-millionaire. So he can say what he wants. And nobody can do anything about it at all. But most people aren't so fortunate. And there are tens of thousands of people who've had their careers, lives and relationships shattered because they told harmless jokes. They've been made unemployable and have been cast into penury. They've endured years of poverty and hardship. I know, because I'm one of them. It's not a good system, Ricky. It borders on a totalitarian nightmare that threatens the very concept of free speech and destroys people's lives. And many people have had the full weight of the law thrown at them for no more than frivolous comments. Mark Meacham, better known as Count Dankula, was prosecuted and fined for recording a joke with his pet pug. When he refused to pay the fine and donated the money to a children's hospital instead, £800 was seized from his bank account by a court order. Brian Leach was sacked by Asda just for sharing a video of Billy Connolly. When Robin Hood Airport in South Yorkshire cancelled the flight he hoped to take to Belfast to see his girlfriend, Paul Chambers posted an obvious joke comment on Twitter. It read, "Crap. Robin Hood Airport's closed. You've got a week and a bit to get your shit together, otherwise I'm blowing the airport sky high." Chambers was arrested, found guilty of sending a grossly offensive, obscene or menacing message, and was fined and sacked. He was forced to fight appeals for over 2.5 years of a tortuous legal process to overturn the conviction. In 2012, Matthew Woods posted some edgy jokes about Madeleine McCann and April Jones online. He was sent to prison for 3 months. Woods was just 19 years old. It's not up to Woods whether he cares or not, Ricky. It's not up to the thousands of people who struggle to pay their rent or to put food on the table because they've been cast into poverty. They can't brush it off the way you can. It matters. And if you lived in the real world, you'd know that. But you don't. It's been a long time since you did. And this message is coming to you from Reading. It's the world you left behind. But it's still here, even though it's changed. And the freedom of speech you enjoyed and still enjoy simply doesn't exist for the rest of us. So Ricky, please keep fighting the good fight. But understand that for most of us it's significantly more challenging than it is for you. For telling jokes these days comes with serious dangers and often very severe consequences. It's ironic to say so, but it's no laughing matter. If you've enjoyed this film, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in these topics, I've written 2 books which go into them in a great deal of detail. They're called The Tyranny of the Left, and they're available on the links below. Please feel free to pick them up and let me know what you think. Thank you.